morning to everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Armando Castro. I'm the oldest son of Araceli Castro and Fernando Castro. So a couple days ago, my sister calls me at midnight in Korea, and I'm upset because I don't like anybody waking me up at midnight in Korea. And I thought that everything was okay. She seemed calm. She just wanted to talk to me. And then she relayed the news that something had happened to my mother. And that anger dissipated and became sadness, became sorrow and regret. So throughout our lives, we consider people that we meet to be good friends. And they say that they are our good friends. But just let me say that seeing all of you here today, you have proven for the whole life of my mother that you are a good family and friend. So without further ado, I'd like to start by saying, welcome everyone and thank you for being here. We gather here today in grief and love to remember my mom and support one another during this difficult time. Throughout this service, we will celebrate my mom's life, remembering the precious moments that brought laughter and love to all who knew her. As we commence this service, let us come together to celebrate a life well lived, a journey that enriched our souls with love, joy, and countless cherished memories. We invite you all to stay for the reception following the service, and at this time, I would like to call upon my brother Arnold and my sister Arlene to share a few words.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here. I'm Arlene, my mom's favorite daughter. So I'd like to begin by thanking everyone for coming here today to celebrate my mom. She was the most generous person I've ever known, and I know many of you would agree. She helped many people, from supporting them through school or giving financial support to being a listening ear and giving advice or just having friendly conversation. Many people loved her and looked at her for guidance when facing difficult decisions in life. I know I certainly did. And to tell you a little bit more about my mom, she was born on August 23rd, 1951 in Lipa City, Batangas. She was the fifth child of 11 children to her parents, Florencio and Asuncion Cunanan. She grew up in Mariveles, Bataan, where her family owned a sari-sari store. She was an honor student and graduated from Llamas High School. She attended National University in Manila studying accounting. Before graduation, she made the decision to move to Guam to be with her husband, my dad, Fernando. In 1972, she went home for the summer break, and that is when she met my dad. Their love story is a humorous one in that my mom actually really didn't like him at first because she found him to be full of himself. In their first interaction, my dad told my mom that she was going to be the woman he was going to marry, and she laughed in his face and told him that he was crazy. Over the next few weeks, my dad continued to pursue my mom, and that's when she realized that he was actually a nice guy and was a man of his word. So when her parents confronted them, my dad immediately asked for her hand in marriage. My mom was surprised, in tears. She was afraid that, she had disappointed her parents, and also fearful of how her future would unfold with this man that she barely knew. But fast forward to today, they were happily married and remained loyal to one another for almost 52 years. And they had 3 wonderful children, me being the favorite daughter, and 11 grandchildren. My mom was also very passionate about her career. Initially, she was a stay-at-home mom, staying home with both of my brothers, and after I was born, started her career in the Army Air Force Exchange, where she became a manager and worked there for 26 years and retired. My dad would often call her a workaholic because she'd go into work early in the morning and come home late at night and leave early the next day. She was really dedicated to her job and her team, and also led her team to often exceed their targets, which she was very proud of. She was a caring, compassionate leader and was adored by many of her colleagues. I have many favorite memories of my mom. She was there for everything, graduations, the birth of my children's birthdays. But I think one of my most favorite and funniest memories was when her and my dad visited us in California. And at the time I was pregnant with my middle son, Jaden, and we went to Universal Studios in Hollywood. My parents hate roller coasters, and they've never in my lifetime ridden in a roller coaster. And so my brother, Kuya Arnold, and I decided to trick them and told them that we were just going to go on a nature ride at Universal Studios Hollywood. I was pregnant with Jaden. My daughter Annabelle wasn't tall enough to ride, and so we stayed behind. And my dad, my mom, my brother, and my husband Bruce took my parents on this nature ride called Jurassic Park. And if any of you have ever ridden that ride, you know that the roller coaster has this big drop at the end of the ride. And so I'm anxiously anticipating for them to come down the drop. And my dad and my mom said that the entire ride, my mom squeezed onto my dad's arm and she wouldn't open her eyes. And she was afraid for her life the whole entire time. My dad was on the verge of having a heart attack. And she was so mad when she got off the ride, and she could not stop yelling at me and my brother. But needless to say, they survived the ride, and they were both quite angry at us. But we're able to look back on that day and laugh about it with us. The picture from the ride and this memory that I'm sharing with you is priceless, something that I'll always remember. I know my mom will always be remembered for her cheerful personality and her sense of humor. Her children and grandchildren will always remember their favorite dishes she would cook. Food really was her love, and she would spend hours in the kitchen cooking their favorite meals for them whenever they would come to visit her. We'll always imagine hearing her laugh and her jokes and her expressions. One more time, we will always cherish every memory, and we will miss her every day. Her memory will live on in our hearts and in all of those who loved her. Thank you. So now I'd like to call on my older brother, Kuya Arnold, to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, thank you for spending your time with us, sharing my mom's life with us. If you don't know me, I'm Arnold. I am the best son. I am the number one child of Araceli and Fernando Castro. So you can go ahead and forget what they said because I am the best. You know how to say that. So my sister for the past few days kept on pestering me like, hey, I need you to write something, some memories of what you and mom did or whatever else. Because I'm the one that hasn't been here in Hawaii for the longest time, being stationed everywhere else but Hawaii. So when I get to come home, get to see them and spend time with them, I did miss a lot with my family. And my younger kids, my oldest son is here with me. We just missed a lot. I mean, but having FaceTime and video chats, I mean, it's great, but it's not like being around family. And we truly missed a lot. So I'm very, very grateful and thankful that you guys were able to come here this morning. So what I wrote is this. Today I stand before you to celebrate the incredible life of my beloved mother, Araceli Castro. She lived a life filled with joy and happiness, radiating unconditional love for her family and grandchildren. I fondly recall moments when my mother was by my side during school achievements. Beaming with pride as I received awards, her unwavering support extended beyond triumphs, like the day she rushed to pick me up from school after I sprained my ankle. Despite the minor setback, it turned into a cherished moment by taking me out to lunch, just the two of us. There wasn't a lot of time where we did that, but when we did do that, it was one of those things that a mom and son can only do. Having those conversations, spending that time, knowing that we love each other. Our bond strengthened during shared activities such as peeling lumpia wrappers. Oh my gosh, I think I peeled like thousands upon thousands of lumpia wrappers, and watching my mom make thousands upon thousands of lumpias. We did that together all the time. In those moments, surrounded by the aroma of home-cooked meals, we connected and created lasting memories. My mother's dedication went beyond the ordinary. She called weekly. From the time that I came into the military until now, she called weekly to see how we were doing, how my kids were doing. Knowing that we had minor setbacks here and there. Every time I was deployed, she was the one that was sending the care packages, bringing a little bit of aloha to Iraq or wherever I was at. So she cared. I always strive to show her strength, shielding her from worries about the challenges we face. Today, as I reflect on these memories, I miss my mom deeply, and the ache of her absence will remain with me forever. Araceli Castro's legacy lives on in the love she shared, the memories we created, and the enduring strength she instilled in me and all of us.
Hi everyone, we're Grandma Sally's grandchildren, and Arlene's our mom, and I obviously got the favorite daughter gene passed down to me. And today we're going to be sharing some of our favorite memories of Grandma. When someone mentions Grandma Sally, one can think of a million things. Loving, caring, giving, compassionate, magical. She was an all-around enjoyable person to be around. But for me, when I hear someone mention my grandma, an image of a box with her name on it comes to mind. Every Christmas and birthday, she and Lola would mail us a box filled with goodies. The goodies were things like snacks and clothes and toys and pretty much anything that we'd ask for, she'd get for us that she thought we'd like. My brothers and I had a phase where we'd wear only sandals in the house because she sent us so many. We really liked to wear them and be matching together. And they were really good undershirts for basketball. She also, whenever we'd visit, she'd always cook us breakfast, like longanisa and rice and eggs. And we'd be jet lagged, so we wake up early, and she'd wake up even earlier just so when we come downstairs, we'd smell food and we'd have to eat it. She would also carry around a pack of Mentos in her purse, and every single time she'd give me one, I'd always get the pink one, never any other flavor or color. I'd always get the pink one. A couple years ago, she and Lola got me this manta ray necklace, and it looks kind of like the one that Moana's grandma turns into in the movie. And in the movie, Moana's grandma says, "There's nowhere you could go that I won't be with you." And this quote can remind us that even though Grandma Sally isn't here, she will always be with us in our hearts, our minds, and our memories. I love you so much, Grandma Sally.
My grandma, I have a lot of good memories with her. Like when she takes us to the Navy exchange, we always would tell her to go to the white tent, and we would chant, "White tent, white tent, white tent." And then she would take us there. And also, when I was very little, Grandma Sally and Lolo, they would all say, "In the Navy," bum 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 bum, and it would make me laugh. And Grandma Sally would cook us our favorite breakfast, longanisa and rice. And she made me my first blanket, and I still keep it now. Even though she said I was always too old for it, I called it Blue Blanket, and it was really special to me, and I love her very much.
Hi, today we are going to celebrate the life of Araceli Castro and the great things she did in life. But before I start, I want to say some things. You might know her because she was a big part of your family, or she was a good or close friend. However you know her, I think it means a lot to her that you came today. Araceli Castro was my grandma. I remember when she would tell me really funny jokes and made me laugh. Like when she said, "Oh my God, what are those mess?" when me and my cousin, Dalia, made confetti blow everywhere. She also makes me delicious food when I would visit her in Hawaii, like her adobo or machado. She cared and loved me. She helped me a lot when I would visit her. She is very kind, nice, and responsible. Even though she's not here with us, she'll always be in our heart. I love her very much, and I know that I will never forget her.
Hello, everyone. Just want to say we appreciate your support during this time in our lives. I'm Ariel, Grandma Sally's first apo, and I'm going to say it. I'm her favorite apo.
Grandma Sally always encouraged me to do my best. And I know even in her absence, she will continue to encourage me.
While working on my career in the Navy, I was also working on my passion for becoming a DJ. She saw how much I loved it. She called me when I posted one of my gigs and said, "Oh, you're a drummer now. I'm happy you're doing something you enjoy and you're also doing so well in the Navy." I said, "Grandma Sally, I'm not a drummer, I'm a DJ." Even after explaining it to her, she still called me a drummer. To say that I will miss Grandma Sally would be an understatement. I will miss her jokes, her contagious laughter, and her kare-kare. I will miss celebrating my birthdays with her. She was my birthday twin. What are the odds of having the same birthday as your grandma? It's gonna take some time to accept that she's gone. I still feel that she's only one call away. Grandma Sally, thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you for always being present in my life. I miss you and I love you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bruce, and I'm Grandma Sally's favorite son-in-law. There's so much we could say. I'm really proud of everyone who spoke so far, and it pretty much said everything that I agree with. This is really hard, especially, having the 3 kids that spoke earlier, which I think seeing them speak about her and doing so well shows what they have passed down to us. And for them to come up and be able to share what they loved about her and do it in front of everyone, I know she would be very happy. And I thank everyone for coming. And I'll close with that, we have so many memories with her, and as you can hear from the stories, those memories will go with us forever, and we will cherish them every day. Thank you.
Sanggol sa kanyang sinapupunan, paano niyang matatalikdan? Ngunit kahit na mali